Hello, thank you for tuning in. In today's game, we are playing against a national master. You might know him as the chess YouTuber, Chess Vibes. So super excited to play, and stick around for the analysis. If you just came from his video and you just want to see the analysis, here is the timestamp, and let's get straight into it. Okay, so today we are up against National Master. We are up against Chess Vibes. Super cool, but I'm going to try to keep my cool. I'm going to play my Khan, and this is just unrated, obviously, because he's going to destroy me. But we're going to see how long we can hold out. Okay, so just going for my normal stuff. And I have a feeling that he's going to try something interesting on me. Going to try some traps, going to try some tricks. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try to hold out for as long as I can. And okay, we're going into the... Well, computer's telling me that this is the Chigorin variation. I thought that this was just like the classical line. What is he doing? I've never seen this before. Because usually it's takes here. So I'm already out of my comfort zone a little bit. But I'm not going to freak out. I think I can probably still protect this pawn. Because he's not threatening any king... Okay, my biggest fear is is bishop takes f6. So for that reason, I might want to just defend from that. But I see nothing wrong with going like this first. I see nothing wrong with that. If I get checkmated in like the first 5 moves, I'll be very embarrassed. So I'm going to do my best to avoid that. Okay. He's trying to break apart my center a little bit. I don't think I want to take because that seems to open up his lines a bit too much. If anything, I probably want to give back the pawn. Or I can play knight f6. So that's what I'm thinking. I could also probably take, but that helps him develop. And I feel like once he gets the ball rolling, it's going to be very hard to stop. Also, he'll probably take with the queen. And then after I play e6 to defend it, he'll kick me out. Yeah, I'm not going to take that pawn. Yeah, there's 0 chance I take that pawn. Because I'm not trying to get blown off the board. But again, I am kind of awestruck because I watch his channel so much. So I'm very excited to be able to play. And let's see. What do I want to recapture with? Or do I even want to recapture? I think I have to recapture. I can't give him the super strong center for free. If I recapture with this, then he can go queen there. And that is a little bit scary, but I can just play e6, and I think I'm fine. Yeah, I think I'm fine after this. My biggest worry is him sacking the bishop and then coming in with check. But he can't do that right now, because if he sacks the bishop, I take, and then he comes in with check, and I just block with my bishop. But I'm going to play e6 as soon as I can to avoid any semblance of a chance that happens. Okay, he plays the move I expected. Obviously, we aren't going to move this because that just gives way to everything he wanted to do. But I'm now actually realizing that I messed up royally because I can't take here. I mean, I could, but I don't really want to. I can't play e6 because that would actually hang a piece now that I look at it a bit closer. I could play knight d6, and that looks best because then I'm attacking his bishop. I can still play e6, and I'm defending my bishop. So I think that that's the move. Obviously, I have to do something. I don't want to trade here because that gives him a massive attack. So yeah, with all that said, I am going to play this. Okay. You know, there's a mentality difference than my normal games here because I know I'm going to lose this game. The only question is how long can I last? And I need to make my position rock solid to last any more than I think like 15 moves. So that's what's going on in my mind. I'm up a pawn, but I'm down in development. He has 3 pieces developed to my 2, and he has the stronger center because he was able to push d4. I only have c6, and soon I'll have e6. But I'm actually feeling pretty decent about this. If he plays g4... Oh no. Oh no. This is what I was talking about being afraid of. Okay. I mean, I have to take it. I don't have another option. I mean, I could move it, but that looks stupid. I think I have to take, obviously. But what's his plan? What's his plan? Because my bishop is defended. I mean, I guess I'll attack it with g4. I thought I was being so solid, but I guess I wasn't being solid enough. Okay. Now, he's going to win back that bishop. How do I make him win it back with the least possible counterattack? Okay. Okay, I'm very scared right now. What do I do to lose it back with grace, is how I'll say it. I could play e6. And that looks tempting, because then takes. I can still build up with g6. I can still defend. And I can't attack his queen for obvious reasons. I'm under the pin. My knights don't really have anywhere nice to go. I'm thinking e6 is probably the move here, because it develops, it is going to make it so he can't recapture with the queen. And that's basically what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to lose in the next few moves, though. Wow, I did not last very long. It's not over yet, though. Not over yet. You know, it's funny. I was looking at bishop takes f7 so long ago. I probably should have given up the material advantage and been solid by playing e6 earlier, but I guess I was a little bit afraid of that. And you know what? He's probably not even going to take my bishop this move, because there's no reason for him to do that. If I had to guess, I think he's going to bring his other bishop into it with a move like e3, or bring his knight in. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I know I'm not going to be happy about it. In fact, I think that knight h3 is probably a strong move here for him, because then if I ever want to play g6, he has so many places for his knight to land. I think I'm busted here. But I'm not sure what I fully expected. I should have taken more time. You know, when you're playing against somebody who you look up to and who you know is much, much, much better than you, the mentality is definitely a factor. And it's funny, I'm just imagining him on his side. He's probably like, you know, we're just going to try to milk the position as far and just squeeze out the advantage as much as we can. And I'm over here just like, I need to survive. I want to survive until move 10. It's move 9, by the way, so hopefully I'll achieve that. But I think that if pawn takes now, I definitely recapture with my pawn, because his king is in the center too. Let's not forget that. This game actually isn't over. I mean, it's over because I'm playing against a national master. See, I called it. I called knight h3. I called it. You know, at this point, I'm probably going to want to play bishop e6 or something. Or I just want to move my king out of the way. Oh, on the other hand, I might also want to play h6, but then he can break really easily. But he wouldn't do that, because then he wouldn't get his bishop back. I think I want to play h6 and then trade. Oh gosh, no, I'm just fully lost. Yeah, because now I definitely can't play g5, because that would weaken my position way too much on the dark squares. So I think that bishop e6 is the play here, just because it kind of claims some control back over the squares that I've weakened. And if I had to guess the eval, I'd probably guess it's +1 or +2, but it might be a lot more than that, actually. I'm just not developed. That's the issue. If he lets me, I'm going to try to slide my king out of the way, bring my rook into the game, bring my my knight into d7, and then maybe even break with c5 at some point. But he's not going to let me do that, probably. And I think that it is a good idea of me to not not move the king because he's going to win this bishop anyway. It's not going to be with check, so there's no reason to waste tempo right now. But, I mean, now that I'm looking at it closer, it's probably closer to +3 or +4 because I'm realizing now that he has such natural moves, like castling queenside, obviously after he defends the c... no, never mind. He doesn't have to defend the c2 pawn because I can't attack it. But we're going to see how much longer we can survive. And if he comes in trying to trade pieces, I think I'm going to be okay with that because, again, having attacking pieces benefits the attacking side. Yeah, there's only a 800-point difference. Actually, more than that. And I've heard online that every 100 points equates to a player being twice as good. So that means that he's 2 to the 8 times better than me, which is not encouraging. And obviously this game isn't rated, by the way. So I'm not going to lose rating points when I lose this. Realize how I didn't say if I lose this. I said when I lose this because that's the truth of the situation. And, you know, I might also want to play bishop f6 at some point to kind of repair the hole in my position. And then maybe I can even run my king away, but I mean, I'm not sure how that's going to work. It's so cool seeing the NM, like, is that called, that's not called a logo, it's called a title. Yeah, it's intimidating, but it's still very cool. And I'm very glad that I made him think on this move. I mean, he's probably thinking of the ways to destroy me in the most clean way, but still making a national master think it's a highlight for sure. And yeah, I mean, this game so far has just been characterized by just an opening that probably is dubious on my opponent's part, but just hard to respond to on the spot, especially against such a strong player. So yeah, next move I want to... Okay, he does take. Whoa, okay. What do I want to take back with? If I take back at all, which I definitely will. I think I want to do my pawns because I was talking about building my pawn structure back up. Taking out my knight, though, does... No, because then my knight's pinned too, and I'm kind of tired of being pinned this entire game. So I think that I'm going to recapture with the e-pawn, but I'm going to look at it for another second, because taking with the knight definitely has its merits. It allows me to attack his d4 pawn, which isn't that easy to defend. Actually, I take it back. On second look, if I play knight takes here, then he keeps the pin, and he just plays bishop e3, which both protects his pawn and also allows him to castle. And I couldn't even take here because, or I mean, take here on d4 with the knight because, again, it would be pinned. So I am going to play pawn captures. And ideally, I'd be able to play g6 at some point after I've swapped out my rook and king's position. So yeah, king safety is the defining problem I have, but it might not be as over as I thought it was. Let me take off this necklace. In school, we made necklaces out of like DNA. It was actually kind of cool. And I'm just, by the way, I'm flattered that I was invited to play this game at all because I love chess vibes so much. And yeah, looking twice, I might even want to play rook e8 instead of rook f8 because that, I mean, that's on the line of the king, and I mean that just looks good, right? And against anybody who is rated similarly to me, I'd say maybe we start trying to push the clock a little bit now, but it's definitely not going to come to clock. It's definitely not going to come to the clock in this game. It's going to come to me blundering, and it looks like I already have. So we're going to see. I'm excited to analyze this game though, because I really don't know what I should have done differently. Because, yeah, I mean, the white position looks beautiful. Although, I will say, the knight on h3 doesn't make as much sense as it did before, because I have my bishop on e7 protecting the g5 square. However, I just realized that rook g1 is probably a strong move here. Okay, so he's trying to castle, and he's also attacking my knight. But if he takes my knight, I'm actually fine with that. So what do I do? What do I do? I can bring my knight out here. I can go g6. G6 would make sense. But I like playing onto the open file. The only problem is he's just going to castle, so it won't actually matter. That it won't be a discovered attack or anything. But with that said, I think it's still my strongest option. So I'm going to play it. And he's probably going to castle, or he's just going to keep on attacking me. I'm not totally sure. One thing I just realized is that if he does take my knight, which I doubt that he will, I'm probably going to want to capture with... Actually, no, yeah, the bishop. I was thinking that the knight jumping into g5 is scary, but I realized that my queen still protects that square in that scenario. Okay, he does castle. And I don't have any tactics, right? Let me look at this for 1 second. I mean, more than 1 second, preferably. g6 continues to be tempting. I don't have any reason to move this bishop just yet. I could attack this pawn, but it's fully defended. I don't want to push c5 when my queen is in the line of attack of that bishop. So, in all likelihood, I want to play knight here. I have to keep in mind that I can't actually capture here. No, I could, because like if something moves here, then my queen isn't in check, but he has discoveries, which would win back the piece with tempo, but then I can do a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I think that I want to bring my knight into the game, just develop. And we're going to see if I can hold on to this. I mean, we're going to see how long I can hold on to this is the better way to phrase it. And I don't want to go knight f6 because that's basically asking him to play knight g5. I'd love to be able to play or to play h6 to stop all those ideas, but the problem is that that weakens my f5 pawn way too much, I think. And I have to keep in mind that my bishop could get overloaded. In fact, right now he could play... No, he couldn't. He could play knight g5 if his king was on b1, because then he could just trade, but that would probably give me a strong bishop, and it would come with a pin on his bishop anyway right now, so that actually doesn't work as a tactic. Okay. So we're just going to see what happens. This bishop is tied down to this knight right now. I might even want to double my own pawns for the sake of bringing out my rook that hasn't been part of this game so far. And I just want to untangle my pieces. They're all very tangled up with each other right now. I'm also looking at knight c4 because that looks like the most natural square, freeing up my bishop and also jumping into the game. Okay, he does play rook g1. Talked about that a minute ago. I like the look of g6. I don't see why I wouldn't play it. But he's also not like directly threatening to take this right now. And I can always play g6 at really any point. So I don't think that I have to do it necessarily instantly. I just need to develop with threats. And I don't like how much this weakens the dark squares at all. I might even maybe want to go h6, g5, and then up here. That actually looks pretty good. If only I did that a move earlier, I think that would have been fine, but not anymore, I think. No, I think I have to go g6 here. Because even if it's weakening, I still have my dark squared bishop. But there's no reason to do that yet. So I think I'm going to want to develop first. Development is key. Where do I want to develop to? Not here. Although then I am clamping down on this square, which I actually like, but that basically kills my bishop. So I think I'm going to go here with the idea of, if he attacks me, just going back to b6. And I can play g6 at any moment. There isn't really any time necessity, I think. I did just see a tactic. He can actually go here with his knight, because then he takes with check, and then he recaptures my knight with a pretty bad attack and taking a pawn. So hoping he doesn't play that, but obviously if I see it, he sees it too. And I did just realize that I took off the defense of this pawn, so I think that knight c4 was actually a terrible move. It didn't achieve anything, and it lost me a pawn, because again, oh no, it's even worse than that. Here takes, check. This pawn is loose as well. Yeah, I think I just blundered the game with that move. And moves before that as well, but you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I probably should just play g6, not try to be fancy. Because this tactic... Then again, I don't actually have to take there. This isn't checkers. So... And I probably wouldn't take there, but the problem is I can't give him my dark squared bishop when I have so many dark squared weaknesses. Right? And I have no other way to block. So no, if he goes here, I think I go here, and then if he trades, I trade back. My rook is open, and I'm hitting the f5 pawn again to defend it. You know, I'm just happy to have not been checkmated yet. Yeah, looking back, this might not be fully over, but it probably is. Yeah, I'm just thinking I'm just trying to think so hard. Do I have any sacrifices myself, by the way? Takes, check. No, I have nothing there. I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, I'm liking the fact that opponent is down to 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes 45 seconds, but I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. I feel like he might be calculating the knight d5 idea, but if he plays knight d5, okay, he wants to do that. Okay, well, obviously I can't take because then he takes with check. I think I have to play g6 first. And then if he wants to capture my bishop, he can be my guest because then I get more activity. So yeah, no way I take here. Not a single chance I take here. I'm going to play g6, stabilizing. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, as I imagine some people are, the reason I keep glancing over here is not because I'm cheating, it's because my OBS is running on my second monitor, and I have a bad tendency to keep on looking at it. Not for, obviously, any guidance, just because I want to make sure that the video looks right. And bishop h6 is a scary looking move, but I don't think it's that powerful. Because it doesn't really achieve anything, since I still have my dark squared bishop. And then And then in that scenario, I probably actually play bishop f6, which gives me a lot of scope. I like using words that I think are fancy, but that I don't really understand, if you couldn't tell. And yeah, this position is actually maybe more stable than I thought, but also probably not. And I did just realize that I shouldn't have been afraid of the check of capture's check, because taking this bishop actually comes with check. Obviously doesn't win anything because he defends more than I attack, but still something to keep in mind. We are up 5 minutes, but I do not think that our position... Okay. So he wants me to take and then for him to get in. I think I don't react. Or I play here, attacking his queen and defending at the same time. The only consideration is that now that would lead to a discovery attack on my queen. However, I can recapture his if he ever does that. So I think I might be untangling a little bit. And I do like that move. He has no checks, I think, right? Yeah. I'm very surprised I've survived this long, even though it's only move 16. But the reason I think I'm playing kind of fast is because I only have like a few moves each time. Like it's very forcing the line. Okay. He does that. Yeah, that's a bit scary. Oh, and I'm realizing now that I'm actually in a bit of trouble. Because... No, I can move my bishop and that would defend. And that would defend with a pin, although not really... Oh, wait a minute! Oh, I thought I saw a tactic for a second. What I thought was here move, or here we move somewhere, then I pin his queen to his king, but then I realized he has a million defenders on that square and he can take my bishop anyway. So I think I'm going to just take. Because takes defends this. He takes with the knight, but I can just slide my king over down, and that's kind of what I wanted anyway. So I'm going to play this move. And he does give the check. But I'm not sure there's a fall. Oh, shoot. I just saw how powerful this square is, and I didn't realize it before. That's very worrying. That's very, very worrying. And I wouldn't have played what I played if I had known that. Obviously, I'm not going to blunder my queen. Or not obviously, but... What I have to be careful of is, if I play here, then this pawn is pinned. But then again, I can't let him capture this, and I can't go here because of the check. So I think I have to go here. The tough part of the situation, I mean, obviously the tough part is that I'm completely lost. But the hard part that I'm thinking about right now is that once he plays knight e6, he actually cuts off my defense of the knight. And oh, I forgot that that was a move until just now. Okay, well, I have to move out of the line while still defending my knight, so I'm going to play this. Oh my gosh, after I play this, he has a devious move. He has, and it's crazy to even look at it, but he has this. He has rook d7 after queen c. But I think I have to play it. And by the way, I am threatening this check, winning his queen, but something tells me that my opponent isn't going to fall for that. And also, that's why knight d7 doesn't work. Rook d7. If you're new to my videos, I called pieces by the wrong names so often that it's actually slightly alarming. So he can't capture this because, again, I win the queen, and then he gets a rook, but he doesn't fully promote because I recapture. Okay, who would have known my opponent doesn't fall for that? And now he's just threatening this with a pretty serious attack. I can't capture here because then he has check, or just scary moves. That's how I'll put it. So I have to keep my queen on this diagonal, and, sorry, this horizontal. And to do that, wait, do I have this check? No, because I was thinking like I have discoveries and stuff, but I don't. I think I have to take with this because obviously I can't take with the queen because that allows him to get in. So I have to, and I can't allow him to take this pawn. So as crazy as it looks, I guess it doesn't look that crazy, but I think I have to play pawn takes right now. I don't see any tactics for him, but that's because I'm not almost 2,300. I'm very surprised that I've lasted this long, though. To be honest, I thought that I'd lose almost instantly. Okay. Oh, wow, that's a sneaky move. The threat is that this pawn is pinned, so I can't really let that happen. And I can't go here either because then he has this fork. Okay, yeah, my position is collapsing, but I can actually survive for a little bit longer by bringing my knight back because that would defend this pawn. And I need to defend this pawn because if it takes, discovery attack on the queen, I mean, on the king, and then he wins my queen. So if I play some stupid move like a6 right now, he sacrifices the rook for taking, putting his, or then moving his knight to discovery attack on my king, and then winning my queen. Wow, that's actually crazy. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think that defends that threat. And yeah, for now at least it does. The one thing I mean, there are a lot of things about this I don't like, but one thing I don't like about this is that my queen is no longer in any position to give a check. Next move, if he lets me, I'm going to try to trade the knights, but not yet, because that would blunder checkmate, or at least a devastating attack, because it's not checkers, he doesn't have to recapture, he can just take here instead. Okay, now he's going after my pawn weaknesses. What's the threat though? Is there a threat I'm not seeing? I don't see it, but that doesn't mean it's not there. I might even just want to slide my king out of the way just so that the pawn is no longer pinned. Or no, I can't do that. That loses. I might want to. I mean, he doesn't have any immediate threats, I think. So I think I just activate my other rook. Yeah, I think I activate my rook. It's taking some defense off of the a7 pawn, but oh gosh. Well, that's scary. Can I stop him from pushing here? Yes. I can push here myself, but then his knight is permanently a pain. So instead of that, I could move my own knight back and kind of force a knight trade. I guess it wouldn't be forced, but now I'm running super low on time. Which knight do I do it with? I think it's got to be this one, because then I open up some ideas. Do I have anything better? Oh, no, that's actually really... No, it's not bad, because I could recapture with the king. If I recaptured with the queen, then he gets in and I lose. So I think I have to do this to survive. And he doesn't have this queen check after all. Oh, no, he does. No, he doesn't, because both of these squares are guarded by my pieces. Oh, man. And he still pushes. Okay, that's actually scarier for me. Obviously, I can't capture this because, you know, he does that. If I take here, he takes here. Now I go... Now I threaten... No, now I threaten, but then he just recaptures this way. But then I recapture this way. Wait. So let's think about this. Here... No. Sorry. Captures. Threatens. Captures. Threatens the queen. And then I have some activity. I think I can't let... Okay, he auto recaptures. That was actually a little bit startling, to be honest. Okay, I need to cut off the line of that his queen has, but he would have this check, but then I actually get a better position for my king anyway, so I think that I'm fine with that. I'm going to play this. And then if he captures here, which he kind of has to, I think, right? Then I get this. I'm afraid of this check a little bit, actually. But, okay, so he does play it. Do I just lose? Which way do I run? I obviously don't run up. Or do I run up? I don't know. Okay, I have a minute left. Okay, wait, I can offer... I can take a queen trade, because if he takes here, then I win this. And here, he can't go there. Yeah, I'm going to offer a queen trade. And if he takes it, I'm kind of happy, I think. I think he maybe has to take it, because I'm thinking I'm threatening his g5 rook, and that seems like a pretty serious threat. So let's see. Takes. And then he moves a rook over, but then I counteract it with my own. Yeah. It looks like he has to trade. And I'm very proud that I've survived for 26 moves. And now it's going to be real time trouble, so I'm definitely going to blunder a lot here. Whoa, wait. Can I not just take that? What am I blundering if that happens? Should I attack him first? Okay, I don't see it. Doesn't mean it's not there, but I think I'm just going to take. And now I'm +6 material-wise. Okay, takes. I mean, I take it with this, right? If I take it with the queen, that actually might be a little bit sturdier, because I'm just thinking he's probably going to bring his rook in. Can't do that. Yeah, I have to take with this. Then he's probably going to bring his rook in, but I defend. And now I, oh, wait, that was a check. Oh, shoot. Which way do I run? I mean, I can just... No. He just won a pawn. I just realized that. Yeah, I think I want to go there again. But then he takes here. Crap. I just blundered a knight. No, I didn't, because obviously he is threatening this, but I can just block like this. And I'm hesitant to take my rooks off of the same line, but I think I'm fine if I do that. I think I'm going to just reinforce my line. Now I'm down to 20 seconds, and I'm +6 material-wise. If I was against anybody else, I'd be feeling very happy right now. Okay. He does that. I mean, I could bring my rook up again. I could also bring my king in. I like bringing my king up a bit better. And then if I can force the rook trade, I think I'm actually... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no. Wait, I was up a piece. How was it up a piece? Okay, now I go here. That kind of forces the queen trade. Oh, no, it doesn't, because I thought that I could go up here, but I can't. Dang it. Okay, I have to go up here again. Okay. Now I have to bring my knight over somehow. Is he threatening anything over here? I don't think so. I can actually go like this. Wait, no. Okay, now I might have actually fully lost. Not like I'm on the verge of losing, but like actually. Wait, because he can play here, but then I actually do get some counterplay. Wait, do I have any tactics? I can go here. Okay, I have 5 seconds. I just gotta play it. If he goes here, I just go up. Okay. I'm so stressed right now. And by the way, I'm threatening to win his knight, so he has to take this pretty seriously. Okay. Oh no, he goes there. Oh crap. I didn't see that. I think he has to trade queens right now, though. Then I have some crazy passing pawns. This might be actually pretty good for me. Oh. Okay, I have to go here, right? Oh no, he can take here. Dang it! I had to go here. I had to go here. Yeah, because now he just wins my knight. Dang it. I thought I had some winning chances for a second until that moment. Yeah, he takes there. Now I just go up. And now he's... Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, wait. Is that just mate in, like, 1 or 2 moves? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's just mate. Oh, no, I blundered my queen. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I had a good run. Okay. You know what? I'll recapture, and then I'll resign in a few moves. You know what? Let's try pushing these pawns a little bit. Because, you know, I do have 2 strong passers. So playing this on isn't totally insane. Except, yeah, he gives a check. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's definitely over. Okay, okay, fair enough. I'll resign that. I'll resign that. Wow, GG though. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay.
Hey, good game, man. You had me. I got lucky with that little trick at the end there.
I was so annoyed when that was played, but I'm just happy I survived. I thought I was dead out of the opening.
No, actually, you were playing the right moves. You were playing everything great. Oh, wow. Our accuracy.
Wow. Okay.
No, yeah. I think the opening was good, and then the middle game was probably a total mess. That was a super difficult game, though. So I'm actually not surprised to see an accuracy like this. So let's see. pretty sure you played everything right here.
Okay,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go to the analysis for a second. So, yeah, knight takes e4 is the best move. Knight d6, only really good move there. Because did you even consider this at all? Knight takes c3.
I didn't. I mean, I talked about it, but I didn't really. I was never really going to play it because I thought that giving up the bishop and the attack on f7 was too strong.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There's a tactic here. I just sack it and then I take this,
Yeah.
and it's just bad. Yeah, it's just really bad for you. So,
Yeah.
um,
I'd never seen that opening before though, like that variation. So I was a bit
yeah,
surprised.
yeah. This is one of the ones I teach in my course, so I'm pretty familiar with it. But you played it. I mean, you played it great.
Thank you.
So yeah, check g4, e6 is one of the moves. What is? Oh, e5. Interesting. Yeah, but e6 is pretty good too. So, and then knight h3. You are supposed to go queen h4 check, although it looks like bishop e7 was a close second. So,
Oh, to be honest, I didn't even notice that check.
yeah, because it's initially you're threatening to just take the pawn, but that's why we go knight h3 so I can block with a knight and defend here.
Oh yeah.
But bishop e7 is pretty good. And apparently I'm supposed to go bishop f4. Interesting. I had a feeling that bishop f4 was supposed to happen at some point. I just didn't realize it was there. All right. Anyway, I took it. Then I did it. Castle long. Okay. Was a blunder? Interesting. What? d5, where bishop takes d6. Yeah, I actually thought about this, but I didn't really like realize how good this would be. I guess this was a good position for me, but I just didn't quite put it together. What's the idea here? Oh, I come in with the other knight. Ah, interesting.
Oh yeah, that's above my pay grade. I didn't. I didn't
Yeah,
know
no, I didn't either. I thought that you were okay there. I didn't. I missed that follow up knight there. Okay, so that was one thing, and then d5. What's the point of that? If you take, then the knight jumps in, and this is really good for white. Yeah, this is a tough position. Like this is a hard position to kind of understand and see to understand why the best moves are the best moves.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was just trying to survive, to be honest. If you watch my video, like my recording, I the entire time I'm just like, how do I not lose in the next move?
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see that because this was a really interesting game. So I just wanted to bring my rook over right away. Clearly, I missed the mark there. Queen d3. Didn't even consider that move for a second, but it makes sense when I'm looking at it with Stockfish. Yeah.
Don't I just drop back though to d6?
Well, yeah, but then you just totally wasted 2 moves.
Oh yeah.
And I got this one for free, and now it's my turn again, and I have the attack. So it's probably just a bunch of wasted time.
I see.
But yeah, you could do that. Oh, I could just take it too.
Oh yeah.
And then come in with the queen. Yeah. And my rook's already ready. So didn't see that. Bishop g5. Ooh, not a good move. Yeah, so this is why we had such a bad score. This whole phase of the game. Look at this. Wow, all these blunders.
Yeah, Stockfish is not having it.
g6. d5. Yeah. And then I was getting low on time here too. I really wished I had more time. King g8. Yeah, queen b6. I was actually afraid of queen b6 here because then I have to stop the checkmate. So I've got to probably play b3. And then I wasn't sure if you could come in like this. Looked pretty good for you. I just
Oh yeah, I didn't consider that. I was trying to stay on my second rank to defend h7. So I didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I noticed that it seemed like you were very good at defending. Like it seems like you think a lot about like the defensive side of it.
Thank you.
And I'm always, my natural instinct is like think of like the aggressive side, which is interesting, right? It's like different styles. But okay, so queen c7. Knight to d5. Yeah, another move that I don't, for some reason, I just didn't even think about it. I see, this is a good example of how I was worried about the defensive thing. I was afraid of the check and just felt like I had to move the queen. But Stockfish is like, no, you can defend and also attack. Very interesting.
Oh well, yeah. And then you get a rook after that. You wait, right? So because if I give the discovered attack,
I don't know what you would have done here if you Oh, if you do the discovered?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just getting a free knight for one thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then we trade queens, and then I don't know what happens after that. But and if you take here, what do I do? Rook G3. Yeah, okay. Basically, it was a more aggressive way to deal with the threat here.
Mm.
Okay, so Queen H4. What did you captured that? Yeah, I didn't really know what to do here. I felt like I was running out of tricks, honestly. Queen A4. Did you play Rook B8 to stop the queen going there?
I was just trying to activate it, to be honest, but I realized later,
okay.
Later on, I realized that did stop that.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good move. Stockfish wanted you to jump this knight to here. Okay, interesting. H4. So yeah,
Wow.
we were all off on this phase of the game. Yeah, my brain just died here. I just totally forgot that the only reason my rook was safe was because of the check, and so I guess I had to trade and go into the end game, and I just was like totally forgot about it. So yeah, I thought I was gonna lose right here. I was like, "Yep, this is it."
What would have happened though if you just traded queens? Because then couldn't you just evacuate your rook and be fine?
Yeah, the game would have went on, but then I mean it's 3 against 1, and it's 3 against 2, so this is a better end game for you, which I knew, and so I was trying to keep the queens on the board because with the queens on the board, it's dangerous, and I have chances to like checkmate you. But in an end game like this, it's you're. Of course, I could still play, but it just was better for you. So I was trying to avoid that basically. But yeah, I just totally forgot about the rook, which is not good, obviously. So you took that. And then, yeah, at this point, I was like, maybe because of the time situation, I can try to get tricky. Because even though you're up a rook, you still have to be careful you don't get checkmated with like the H file, and stuff can happen. And
by the way, what's funny is at this point, I didn't register that I was up a rook. Literally at this phase of the game, I just didn't realize it until like 5 moves later.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna lose this game. I think I said that in my recording. I think I'm gonna lose this game. And then I was like, let me see if I can come up with a trick. And so it paid off here.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think if you notice that and you just save your rook, I'm just done for. Because even if I take this, like you're gonna win.
Still up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I would have seen that. That would have been so cool. And then
yeah. Yeah. Yep.
It's funny. Like the moves on the right hand side of your screen are just like every shade of the rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Here, I guess even here, it's funny. You're still better if you go with knight f6, and you're actually fine because this is covered. This is covered. This check doesn't do anything. You just move over, and you've still got these 2 pawns. It's still better for you. Really interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. It felt very different from like most other games I've played. So
yeah. Yeah, at this point, it's pretty much over here. But okay. Yeah, good game, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very excited to see your point of view. What was going through your mind, what your thought process is like. I'm very excited.
Yeah, absolutely.